Alright. So, microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? Microphone check. 1, 2. What is this? So, in the dating game, there's some highs and lows. I see men and women just, man, like, there's so many of us, men and women, who are just so emotionally shell-shocked, and our egos have been put through the ringer, and we're sensitive, we got our feelings hurt, and we're all addicted to social media and validation, and we're looking for any little slight constantly, and we get vengeful and butthurt and all that. And you know, feminism and social media, and there was one book that pretty much ruined society. Came out about 20 years ago. I think everybody knows what book I'm talking about. Of course, I'm talking about The Rules. And now we got the Not Your Mother's Rules. And you know, listen, I know what makes these sick hoes tick, okay? Now some of you just want to fuck these hoes to sleep. And some of you women out there just want guys who will fuck these hoes to sleep. And that's fine. And you shouldn't be slut-shamed for that. Nor should males be slut-shamed either. Or poison dripped. Or any of that stuff. But every once in a while, you need a lot of the while actually, you need to step back. You need to step back and remember what's important and remember your priorities. And like sometimes the best thing that can happen to somebody who's obsessed with sex is just to get a lot of sex. And then they'll just be over it. It'll be like you love pizza, but you eat pizza 10 days in a row and you're just over it. That's how I see a lot of women as these days. They get sex so much, they're just over it. And then there's all these dudes who aren't getting sex because most women are having sex with the same 5% of dudes, you know? And because, you know, these hoes are so fucking sick, you know? You validate them for a fucking second and they're out the door on to chase some other dude's validation. It's insane how few dudes understand that. And like I was told for years, you gotta play hard to get. Women love assholes. But I just didn't know how to do that. I didn't get the playbook on how to specifically, you know, play hard to get. I guess I wasn't that creative, but I don't know. But all these little things like don't text her back right away. Don't ever compliment her. Check her when she gets out of pocket. Check her, not in no domestic violence way, but just the best way to check a woman is to leave. Quit giving her your presents. Because my presence is a present. Kiss my ass. You ain't got up in the drawers, but the second day you're out. The telephone is for setting dates only. After an initial 10-minute, 15-minute call to establish rapport, you don't ever just hang out on the phone for hours with a woman. That's a one-way ticket to Friendville. That's a one-way ticket to her losing attraction. You gotta always keep her chasing daddy's validation. You feed him scraps at the last possible minute you have to. Feed him scraps. You just tell him sweet nothing. Oh, baby, you know I love you. You know I've been thinking about you. How the fuck you been thinking about me? You ain't called me in 10 days. Man, women are the OGs of feeding dudes scraps. Oh my God. I have been fed some scraps. Woo! When I think about how bad I've been played by some women throughout my life, like way more women than I'll ever admit. have played me way worse than all that. It's just too embarrassing. It's just too embarrassing to admit how bad they just. But they know when you're just about over their shit and they need to feed you a scrap. Man, they have laser-like precision.
800 feet, turn right onto Harrison Street.
Laser-like precision. They can throw you that scrap. Ah, damn it. Whatever. And,
Take the next left onto 26th Street.
I tell you what. Sometimes you be getting so much sex you don't even enjoy it anymore. It's just like, I'm over. You just need a break.
Turn right onto
But you think back to the droughts, and you're like, no. You gotta bank this now because you know, especially if you don't know how to run a rotation. It could be once you've been through a drought and you've been shook. I don't care how much of an abundance mindset you have. You always have in the back of your mind, no fool. Strike while the iron is hot. Don't let a pussy dry up. I don't care if you fuck 3 other girls today. You better get it done, because you never know when that drought's on the horizon. Now you got to temper that and not get no scarcity mindset. All right, but honestly, I've progressed to the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? I'm like turning pussy down. I'm like turning good pussy down. Because I'm on purpose. I'm not saying I'm doing it all the time, but I mean, compared to like in the past where I would walk 10,000 miles to get not even pussy, just to get friend zone. Like, what? What the fuck? I would walk 10,000 miles just to get put in the friend zone. Whew. You tripping. It's beautiful. It's beautiful when you have an abundance mindset. Oh my God! Did I tell you about the recent Tinder catfish? I mean, it wasn't necessary. I think I did, but I'll give you another. You know, one of these semi-fictional Tinder catfishes where I think I did already go through this, but man, she was all she had was an ab pic to go on, and she sent me this thing. And she had done it on another Tinder profile too. And she said some shit like, I didn't think you'd unmatch me. But she wasn't done up at all, man. I mean, damn. She was in some lazy, you know, alcohol slumber. She wasn't drunk, but she was like asking me to bring her alcohol. I'm like, how am I gonna go to the store like I'm Postmates and bring you alcohol? That you and I both know that's gonna dry your pussy up. If I go be your errand boy, I mean, do you want a wet pussy or do you want it? You know, I mean, these women are so sexually satiated. I think she probably would have preferred to have a slightly wet pussy and have some alcohol delivered to her. But fuck all that. Put you up on game. Okay, never argue with a woman is 1, right? What's 2? I'm trying to fucking have committed to memory AMS's fucking 10 commandments of the fucking cock, of the dick throwing game. Never argue with a woman. It's ACTV 2PP. Really? Never argue with a woman. No validation. That must be 3. Argue. ACTV 2PP. Never argue with woman. What's the T? No, what's the C? AC. What's number 2? AC. Anyway, 3 is telephone. 3 is the telephone. V is no validation. 3 is the telephone after that initial 10-minute comment. You know, established rapport talk is for setting dates, period. AC, telephone. V is no validation. 2 is, I'm forgetting what the C is, but whatever, I get back to it. Repetition is the mother of mastery, or some shit like that. Telephone. V is no validation. And you just go out and try and not validate a woman and see how fucking hard it is. We have all been conditioned. First off, we want to validate a woman. It makes us feel good. It's the gift that keeps on costing us. But TV, they're so fucking backwards. The second you validate them, it's over. TV. 2 is, look, if you ain't smashed and got up in them drawers by the second date, forget it. That's the anti-attention whore. Prevent yourself from becoming a beta male orbiter. ACTV 2. P, I think, is... That might be phone. The second P is stay on your purpose. I know, like, number 10 is like... 10 is like 100. You don't spend more than $100 on the first 2 dates. 25 on the first and 75 on the second. And that's for New York. And you got to hit that happy hour up. And you take them to somewhere with shitty food so they won't try to pay the bill by getting hungry. All right. Man. And also remember, it's hard for women out here, yo. It's hard, man. They get so pampered and spoiled, and people be buying them shit, throwing dick at them, giving them privilege. Like, that fucks with your mind, bro. You gotta have some empathy for them. You know what I mean? Like, you think about what a fucking piece of shit you would be if you were in their position. You know what I mean? What if you could just dial up, like, if you were like a 4.5 on Tinder, and you could just dial up like a 10 fucking woman to come fuck you, and you could be snarky about it, and flake and change your mind, and that 10 would still call you back 3 times and get butthurt and validate you and build up your ego. Man, you know what a dickhead you'd be if it was like that? And on top of it, the mass media is patting you on the back for being that way? Man, all you men would be fucking terrible women, man. And so many of you beta men, you're already making great bitches already. So if you actually were bitches, you'd be like straight up Medusa.